What's up, y'all? It's No Joke Hour coming at you live from Phnom Penh, Cambodia, bitches, the heart of Southeast Asia, everybody. What's up? So, in today's video, I want to talk a bit more about ayahuasca and what it is exactly, and just, some common misconceptions and just things like that. I'm just going to kind of ramble a bit because I've been getting lots of questions about that too. So, what is ayahuasca? Well, ayahuasca is basically like a brew, a tea almost, of a root and a vine. And there's different types of vines and roots, but I'm not going to get into that. But it's basically a brew of a root and a vine. And when I do the ayahuasca, every time I've done it, I have two drinks. The first drink is the MOA inhibitor, or MOAI, and then the second drink is the actual ayahuasca itself. So you're probably wondering, well, why do we have to have two different drinks? Okay. Well, okay. Let me back up here. Your brain produces DMT. Now, what DMT is, it stands for diethyltryptamine, and that is the active ingredient in ayahuasca, which makes you trip, which makes you go on a journey. Make sure this camera's right. But the thing is like as I've said, your brain produces it already. So the reason you're not tripping balls all the time if your brain already produces it is because you don't have the MOA inhibitor in you. And what the MOA inhibitor does, that first drink you have, is it basically just allows the DMT and the ayahuasca brew to take effect, which makes you trip, basically. And it also, an interesting fact is that apparently when you dream, your brain produces higher levels of DMT. So in and of itself, I mean, it's just amazing to me. So like DMT to me probably makes you dream. I mean, that seems like a pretty rational theory to me. Anyways, I digress. I don't want to talk about shit I don't know about. Let me speak on ayahuasca. So the ayahuasca, like I said, you have the MOAI and then you have your ayahuasca. And what happens for most people is within about 20 minutes, they start to purge. A lot of people, 20 minutes to a half hour. And purging is when your body needs to get something out, whether it's through puking or throwing up or shitting. Now, I have done ayahuasca 8 times already, and I've never puked. I've gotten a little nauseous at first, but I've never puked. The last couple times I did it, I had to shit a little bit at the end of my trip, but for the whole trip I was just laying down, but everybody else was throwing up. I'm not sure why I don't throw up, and I don't really purge a lot. Everybody else I know does. So maybe it's because I'm fucking badass. I don't know. But anyway, so you drink the ayahuasca, and I'd say usually within 20 to 30 minutes, it definitely takes effect. Definitely takes effect, and the trip, the journey, if you will, it's not like taking acid. It's not like doing mushrooms. For me, you get some visual effects, you get some, but nowhere near on the level that you get with things like ketamine, like high doses of ketamine or mushrooms or LSD or whatever. It's definitely a very introspective journey, a very introspective experience. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much what ayahuasca is, guys. I mean it's just a drink. It provides you DMT, and you drink it, and it makes you trip balls, pretty much. And is it going to change your life? It could. It definitely has had an impact on my life in the way I think, but you can't depend on this drink to change your life. You can't depend on it as your singular hope for a better life. Like you still have to be happy with yourself. And what I believe ayahuasca does, as I mentioned in this other video I did about parallel universes in ayahuasca, is it gives you the resources necessary. It gives you the tools necessary to fix yourself. Like it's not going to heal you, but it gives you what you need to build yourself back up to what you want to be, if that makes sense. And I want to speak quickly on ketamine. Ketamine is fucking crazy, man. Back when I lived in the States, I didn't really know much about it. And then when I moved here, I had, I learned a bit more about it. And ketamine is primarily used as like a club drug, so it's used for like people who want to go out dancing and clubbing and shit. Well, I personally don't use it for that. I personally like to use it for psychedelic experiences, as I mentioned in a video I did. And people ask me too. They're like, "Well, no joke. Like, what is it like, man?" Well, for me, the way I can describe it is when you're really, really deep into a ketamine trip. If you've ever been in a fight before and you've been punched in the face or kicked in the face really, really, really hard but not unconscious, it's called being rocked. That is what it feels like. But obviously, like without the physical pain, but that feeling where you're disassociated with everything. Like when you get punched in the face really, really hard. It happened in my second professional fight. I almost got knocked out. I did win, but I almost got knocked out. Punched me in the face super, super hard, and for like 3 or 4 seconds, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what anything was. Like I was looking at myself, I was looking around the boxing ring, and I'm like, what is this? What is going? I don't know what any of this is. I don't understand what's happening right now. Because being the dissociative effect takes you away from everything. The best way I can explain it is when like you're dazed from a punch and you don't know what's going on. And obviously you have some like some visual effects and everything, but also what ketamine does for me is it takes me from my body and it puts me into I'm trying to explain this the right way. Like it puts me into the ether, if that makes sense. It basically so like imagine that my soul is sucked from my body, like my consciousness is sucked from my body. It puts me into like the one grand soul. Does this make sense, guys? It's really, really tough to explain what it's like tripping. Like it's really tough to explain what a psychedelic trip is like, but it basically takes me from my body and makes me feel connected with everything that's not me. Does that make sense? I don't know, man. It also makes me very emotional. It makes me more sympathetic and empathetic. And I've never been angry or anything on it, but ketamine is definitely one of the most amazing drugs I've ever done in my life, simply because of the effect it has on me and how it makes me feel and how it completely dismantles your reality. It completely like defragments your reality. Like it's just so fucking intensely insane that I just can't really put it into words, guys. So I just wanted to make this quick video about what is ayahuasca, what is ketamine about. I think that both drugs, and ayahuasca is a medicine, but it is a drug. I mean, like it is a drug. It does alter your consciousness. Obviously, if they're used in a responsible way, then it can be incredibly beneficial. Just like most things, right? Like cheeseburgers and pizza can be used responsibly, right? Like if you eat it occasionally, it's fine. But if you eat fucking pizza and cheeseburgers all the time, probably not going to be too good for you, right? Well, it's the same with ketamine or any other type of psychedelic or any other like recreational drug. I mean, I have no problem with drug use. I don't look down on people who use drugs for fun or for enjoyment or for creative outlets. But it's the people that do drugs because they think they have to do drugs all the time that I have a problem with. So, and those are the people that put a bad name on it, which I have an issue with. So anyways, guys, I don't know, man. If you all have any more questions about ayahuasca or psychedelic drugs or whatever, get at me. It's a subject that I find to be fascinating, and I enjoy talking about it. So if you all do have any more questions, want me to speak on any other type of thing, email me, nojokestriking@gmail.com. Bitches. One last thing, you guys know I'm looking for some fan support. You guys know I'm looking for like crowdfunding or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm trying to make No Joke Howard a better YouTube channel. I'm trying to get money to travel all throughout Cambodia to make awesome vlogs for you guys. Like that's what I really want to do. But I don't have the money to do it. So I need my fans to help me out. Like I'm providing you guys this awesome information. You guys can maybe throw me a couple bucks. Like you guys can donate to me. Okay? I mean, like I am giving you all lots of information to save you money anyway. So again, I'm not trying to like guilt you into it, but it would help out if I could get some fan support. Small or large donations are greatly appreciated, and I will put all of that towards towards making No Joe Coward a better YouTube channel so I can help you guys more, right? So if you guys wouldn't mind donating, if you guys want to check it out, check out the link right up here, patreon.com/NoJoeCoward. That's patreon.com/NoJoeCoward. I appreciate any amount, guys. So it was a pleasure speaking to you guys. Peace.